I was just laid in my bed, right, laying down. I was being complacent because over the past couple days, I've been really grinding on YouTube. I've recorded every day, edited every day, scripted every day. Most of my time is spent doing that. So I was like, oh, give me a day off. It'll be all right if I doom scroll for a little bit. You know, as you lay in your bed, you got your phone, you got privacy. I start getting urges. My dick starts filling up with blood, getting ready, thinking about whatever. Lustful thoughts, Overwatch, Fortnite. You know how it is, FNAF Rule 34. But I catch myself, and I start recording this video. Over a year and a half, pron clean. I haven't fapped to porn in a year. Yet I still get urges sometimes. That really shows how intoxicating it is. How damaging it is to your brain.
You can't keep getting away with it!
We all know pron makes us feel good. And why does it make us feel good? Because it gives you dopamine. I'm sure if you stumble upon any nofap content, you know this. It fries your dopamine. The analogy I like to use is when a robot in a movie is like, too much information, and then it blows up. That's exactly what pron does to our brain. We're receiving so much dopamine that, say, normally it takes this much to make you happy, this much dopamine to get your hit. Pron, boom, not even on the screen anymore. That's what pron does. Completely kills your dopamine. No wonder you're depressed. Why wouldn't you be depressed? Nothing can make you feel good. Nothing normal hits your dopamine. You can't go outside and you can't just enjoy the sun. You'll be thinking about some booty lit. That's what makes you happy. That's what makes your brain happy now. That's what pron did to you. You can't go outside and just have a conversation with someone. That won't hit your dopamine. Your mind will be elsewhere. Your eyes will dart around. And when I say you, I'm really referring to myself. This is what happened to me. This is my experience with pron. That's why I think it's important to make this video. To warn you. When you watch pron, what is it? You tell me. What are you doing? You're lying in bed. You're looking up a video of someone getting piped. And you're fapping to it. You're fiddling your little whistle to someone else having sex. Now, what is that? There's a term for that. It's called being a cuck. When you watch porn, you are a cuck. You are cucking yourself. It's the equivalent to sitting in the corner of a room and jerking off. Except this time you're giving someone a view and giving someone some money. And that's why your self-esteem is dead. That's why you can't talk to girls. Your self-esteem is so low. Because you cuck yourself. Your brain's not going to have self-respect. You're going to lose self-respect if you're the guy sitting in the corner jerking off to someone else getting piped. Why would that make you feel good about yourself? What do you think post-nut clarity is? You feel so bad. Because I can tell you this, you don't feel that bad after having sex. You feel great, actually. You feel euphoric for like 15 minutes, just this euphoric feeling. Just like there's no cares in the world. But the reason you have post-nut clarity is because your brain knows there's something off about this. Your brain knows, like, what am I doing? Why did I just cuck myself? I want to be the guy who's piping. So why am I doing this? And you get caught in this cycle. And that's what addiction is. You do it, feel good for a couple minutes, come out feeling like shit. Self-respect destroyed, self-esteem destroyed, mental health destroyed. And on the other end of the table, it brings your self-esteem, boom, rock bottom. But it puts your view of girls on such a high pedestal. Such a high pedestal. What do you think your brain's going to do when you can't stop thinking about this porno video you've seen? This girl piping her, when your brain is always thinking about that. always having urges. That's what makes you happy. Your brain's going to value that because it's the only thing that makes you happy. Your brain's going to value it. It's going to value it a lot. It's going to overvalue it, in fact. And that's why you're so scared to talk to girls. Your brain is overvaluing your perception of girls from pron. It's that simple. When you see a mediocre looking girl, you know, she's kind of attractive. She isn't like a 10 out of 10 or something. But you see her walking down the street. That's why your hands get all sweaty. That's why your heart starts thumping. You get anxiety from just seeing this person and then thinking about talking to her. Chances are you're either going to go up to her, stumble over your words. Hi, can I? Never mind, I'm sorry. Or you're just not going to talk to her at all. Chances are you're not going to talk to her at all. That's what pron did to you. It cucked you, killed your self-esteem. It makes it so you're scared to talk to half the planet. That's ridiculous. I can't lie to you. I didn't truly do nofap, or I should say semen retention. I didn't do semen retention for a while. I just started it about a month ago, where I haven't busted my spooge. But I can tell you there's so many benefits to just not watching pron. Sure, fiddle your pipe once a month or something. Fiddle your pipe every couple weeks. That's fine. It won't have a harm on you. I'm not going to act like fiddling your pipe to something that isn't pron is going to hurt you. It probably won't. But I can tell you quitting pron was probably the best decision I've made in the past 2 years. Maybe this is placebo. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and tell you there's some superpowers you'll get. You'll ascend against the gods. No. But it will boost your confidence, knowing that you can refrain yourself from watching it. Letting your semen build up for a little bit. Letting your testosterone spike. You'll feel it. You will. That's why it's so desirable. You always see top 7 ways to increase your testosterone. That's why that's so desirable, because you feel it. You feel when your test is high. You feel so full of energy, so full of ambition, so full of strength. It's the best feeling in the world. And quitting pron, specifically getting rid of your pron addiction, is probably up there as from my own experience, one of the best ways to increase your testosterone. Or maybe it's all placebo, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if it's placebo, does it? Because if it helps, it helps. And it will help. Not viewing women in such a lustful way, just viewing them as people. Sure, you're going to have sexual thoughts, and there's no shame in that. But when it's all your mind is whizzing on about, you can't wait to get home and lay down, spooge one out into your mom's tissue box. That's ridiculous. That's sad. That isn't having normal thoughts about women. That isn't having normal sexual thoughts. That's being weird. So how do you go about quitting pron? I went cold turkey personally, but it's because I was in a relationship. It's a lot easier when you're in a relationship. So for you who aren't in a relationship, my recommendation is to wean off of it. Start jacking off 1 time a week. Maybe even with pron, maybe with pictures for the first couple weeks, and then take away the pictures. Tickle your hog to nothing, just thoughts. And at some point, you probably will want to try semen retention. And for those of you who do want to try semen retention, this may sound ridiculous, but this is what has kept my mind fortified. Not just like, oh, who cares? I don't watch pron anyways. What's the shame of spooging? It wouldn't hurt me. But there's some fulfillment in semen retention. And how I keep my mind fortified is I think this one thought. I want to save my spooge, my special seed, my special sauce for a special woman. And that sounds gross. Whatever. Out of context, it's ugh. And it is, I agree. But when you think about it like that, You're saving it for someone special. You're not just giving it to some random prawn star. You're not cucking yourself, letting it shoot. You have a purpose in saving your nut. 'Cause that's the thing with nofap. There's a lack of purpose with a lot of people. It's like, why not watch prawn? It's not like I'm successful with girls anyways. It's not like I'm going to have sex anytime soon. Who cares? You need to give yourself a purpose with nofap, and by me saying I'm going to save it for someone special, that gives me my purpose, as ridiculous as it sounds. But it works. If it works, it works. So let me tell you this. Moral of the story. I always give my moral of the story. You got to clean your brain of the spooge prawn has covered your brain in. Your brain is covered in spooge right now. You want to be the spooge covered brain? You got to clean it off, or you're not going to be successful. You're not going to be successful with girls. You're not going to know how to control your thoughts because you're going to be thinking about jerking off. Jerking yourself off. That's what you'll be thinking about instead of focusing on your purpose, focusing on, lifting, focusing on your business, focusing on anything. You'll be thinking about jerking off. You'll be more successful with girls once you quit prawn. You'll have more time. And you'll feel better. So that's all abreian has to say today. I know you probably almost broke your nofap streak just looking into my eyes, but that's the sacrifices I'm willing to make.